The red carpet before the storm flash of cameras is almost blinding. Outside the courthouse in downtown Los Angeles, the atmosphere feels less like a legal proceeding and more like a movie premiere. Luxury SUVs line the curb, fans scream behind. Barricades, holding up glittering signs with Cardi B's name in bold letters. Some are crying, some chanting lyrics, and some simply pointing their phones at the entrance. Hoping for that one viral TikTok clip, Cardi B arrives like a queen walking into battle. She steps out of her car in a shimmering, silver gown that hugs every curve, paired with diamond earrings so bright they sparkle even under the cloudy afternoon sky. Her long nails painted blood red tap against her phone as she waves at the crowd with a mix of defiance and playfulness. She knows the cameras are rolling, and she knows the world is watching. The trial is about to reach its climax. For weeks, headlines have screamed about the $24 million civil assault case. Lawyers argue, witnesses testify, and gossip sites run wild with speculation. Some call it a money grab, others call it justice. The only thing everyone agrees on is this: the case could change Cardi B's empire forever. Inside the courthouse, the atmosphere is tense. Reporters rush through security lines, their press passes swinging like gold medals. One whispers to another, if she loses this, it could be bigger than the Amber Heard trial. Another answers, if she wins, she'll be untouchable. Cardi takes her seat at the defendant's table, her expression unreadable. Her glam squad has worked overtime. Her hair is sleek, her makeup flawless, but her eyes flicker with something deeper. Nerves, fury, only she knows. Across the aisle, the plaintiffs sit stiff and stern, whispering among themselves. Their lawyer, sharp in a navy suit, adjusts his tie and smirks toward the jury box outside. Paparazzi swarm, shouting questions. Cardi, do you regret that night? Will you settle? Cardi, is $24 million too much even for you? She doesn't answer. Instead, she tilts her chin up, letting the flashbulbs capture her strongest angle. She is not just an artist today. She is a symbol, a woman, a mother, a superstar facing judgment not on a stage, but in a courtroom. The jury files in slowly. 12 ordinary people, yet today they carry the weight of Cardi's fortune, her reputation, and maybe even her career. Social media is buzzing. Hashtags trend worldwide. Hashtag CARDI trial. Hashtag the Vermillion verdict. Hashtag justice or money. Some fans tweet prayers, others memes. One viral post shows Cardi's face Photoshop on Lady Justice's statue. Holding a mic instead of scales, the judge clears his throat. Silence falls. Even the clicking of cameras stops. The verdict is ready. Cardi's lawyer leans in, whispering something in her ear. She doesn't flinch. Instead, she stares straight ahead, lashes fluttering like butterfly wings. She knows millions are waiting, watching live streams, refreshing gossip blogs, glued to TV screens. The foreman of the jury rises, a plain man in a wrinkled suit. His voice trembles slightly as he prepares to read the decision. The courtroom holds its breath, and just as he begins, a phone rings loudly in the gallery. Gasps ripple across the room. The judge bangs his gavel furiously, but in that moment, the spell is broken. Cardi turns her head slightly, locking eyes with the cameras. The corners of her mouth curve into the smallest, most mysterious smile. Does she know something the world doesn't? The verdict is about to change everything. Whispers in the courtroom, buzzing sound of that phone lingers in the air like an unwelcome ghost. The judge scolds the gallery, demanding silence, but the damage is done. The perfect tension, the moment of high drama, has fractured for just a second. Still, everyone quickly leans forward again, desperate not to miss the words that could alter a superstar's destiny. Cardi B doesn't blink. Her diamond earrings sway as she tilts her head slightly, eyes locked on the jury foreman. The world wants to see fear, but instead they see fire eyes that sparkle like flames under glass. She is a woman who has fought her way up from the Bronx, through poverty, through critics, through every scandal that has tried to bring her down. But even now, under the fluorescent courtroom lights, it's clear this is her biggest battle yet. The foreman clears his throat again. His hands shake as he unfolds the piece of paper. The plaintiff's lawyer leans back in his chair with a look of confidence, as though the victory is already his. A woman sitting behind him adjusts her pearl necklace, trying to hide her smug smile. On the matter of civil assault, the foreman begins. Reporters' pens scratch furiously. Fingers fly across keyboards. Social media apps explode with speculation before the sentence is even finished. Verdict incoming flashes across countless Twitter feeds. TikTok influencers whisper into their phones, setting the stage for breaking reaction videos. Cardi B exhales slowly. She crosses one leg over the other, the slit in her silver gown revealing just enough to remind everyone this is Cardi, even in court. She dresses for a red carpet. Her presence commands the room. The foreman's voice rises. We, the jury, find. And then he pauses. The silence is so thick, the creak of a chair sounds like thunder. A woman in the back gasps audibly. The judge narrows his eyes. Everyone is leaning forward, hearts racing. Even Cardi's own team can't hide their clenched fists. The foreman finally finishes the sentence, but his words are drowned out instantly. Because outside the courthouse, something erupts. A crowd of protesters begins chanting. The sound echoes into the courtroom through the thin walls. Justice, justice, justice. Reporters in the gallery whip their heads around, some bolting for the door to capture the scene. The judge slams the gavel. Order, order, chaos, and glamour blend in a surreal moment. Fans cry outside, clutching homemade signs. Others scream Cardi's lyrics like war chants. On the other side, critics hold banners demanding accountability. Helicopters buzz overhead, cameras zooming in on every flicker of movement. Inside the windows, Dot and Cardi, she sits still, serene, almost goddess-like in the storm. Her lips curve into that same half-smile again, the one that has already gone viral in screenshots. Does she already know the outcome? Or is she playing the role of a lifetime? Her lawyer whispers urgently, "Don't react." Not yet. But how could she not? Her empire music, brand deals, fashion lines hangs on the thin thread of this verdict. A single sentence could cost her $24 million. A single sentence could turn her from untouchable superstar to cautionary tale. The foreman raises his voice, louder this time, determined not to be drowned out. Reporters lean forward, straining to hear. The words finally spill into the air, sharp and heavy, liable. Gasps cut through the room like knives. Cardi's team stiffens. Her lawyers face drains of color. Across the aisle, the plaintiff's lawyer allows himself a thin, satisfied smile. The pearls in the gallery shine as the woman in back nods with approval. But Cardi does not move, not an inch. Her expression remains calm, unreadable, almost regal. For a split second, she looks less like a rapper on trial and more like a queen sitting on a throne. Hearing the cries of a divided kingdom, outside, word spreads like wildfire. Cardi found liable floods every timeline. Paparazzi sprint to get better angles. Camera shutters snap like fireworks. One reporter even faints in the heat of the crowd. Carried away as fans scream and shove Dot inside, the judge reminds the courtroom damages will now be considered. The number $24 million hangs heavy in the air. Whispers ripple through the gallery. Could even Cardi B survive such a blow? Would her brand deals evaporate? Would luxury designers pull away? Would rivals in the industry, Nicki, Megan, others use this as fuel in the endless cycle of rap drama? Cardi finally speaks, just one sentence, but it sets the world ablaze. "Watch me." The room freezes. The judge raises an eyebrow. Her lawyer grabs her hand under the table, squeezing hard as if to remind her of the weight of the moment. But the damage or the magic is done. Reporters scribble it instantly. "Watch me." Cardi B's defiant response to verdict. Social media catches fire. Memes, edits, hashtags, hashtag watch me CARDI, hashtag defiant queen, hashtag liable, but legend. Her fans rally, screaming that this is not the end. This is the beginning of something bigger. The plaintiffs exchange nervous glances. For the first time, their victory feels shaky. Because Cardi is not defeated. She is daring the world to doubt. The courtroom is dismissed for the day, but the drama is far from over. Cardi rises from her chair slowly, her gown glittering under the harsh lights. She walks out with the same confidence she walked in, with head high, chin up, diamonds blazing. The paparazzi outside roar her name, flashing bulbs so bright it looks like a lightning storm. Fans scream as she raises one hand, waving like royalty. The verdict is in, but the real battle, that's just beginning. The storm outside of heavy wooden doors of the courthouse creak open, and suddenly, the world outside erupts like a stadium at the Super Bowl. Cameras explode with light, shutters firing 1,000 times per second. The line between courtroom, drama, and celebrity spectacle vanishes completely. Cardi B steps out, her silver gown shimmering under the late afternoon sun. The California sky is painted gold and pink, and for a fleeting moment, it looks as though she's walking straight onto a movie set. But this is no film, this is her real life. And every second of it is broadcast to millions. Her heels click against the courthouse steps. Each step feels deliberate, like a queen descending from her throne. Her glam team, waiting just beyond the doors, discreetly fixes her hair and adjusts the fabric of her gown. No matter the verdict, no matter the whispers of liability, Cardi is determined to look like victory itself. The crowd is a frenzy. Fans cry out, some with tears streaming down their cheeks. "We love you, Cardi," shouts one girl, waving a glitter-covered sign. Another fan, dressed head to toe in rhinestones, kneels on the sidewalk as if bowing before royalty. The barricades rattle as people push forward, desperate for a glimpse, a picture, a moment. But not all voices are cheering. Across the street, critics chant, "Pay up, pay up." Their signs are bold. Accountability matters, and no star above the law. The tension is electric. The clash of love and hate creating a storm of noise that follows Cardi down the steps. Paparazzi swarm closer, their questions cutting through the chaos like daggers. "Cardi, how will you pay the $24 million? Do you regret what happened that night? Will this end your career?" Cardi doesn't stop. She doesn't stumble. Her eyes stay forward, her chin lifted. Her security forms a tight circle around her, their black suits and earpieces making them look like a wall of steel. But even they struggle against the surging wave of humanity pressing closer. She finally reaches her car's sleek, custom black Rolls-Royce Phantom with tinted windows and golden rims. The kind of car that doesn't just say wealth, it screams untouchable luxury. The chauffeur opens the door. At flashes of camera light bounce off its glossy frame like fireworks. Before stepping inside, Cardi turns. For a second, she faces the chaos. The crowd hushes, cameras hold still. She raises her manicured hand slowly, deliberately, and blows a kiss. The kiss ignites the scene like gasoline on fire. Fans scream. Paparazzi lunge forward. Critics yell louder. In that single gesture, Cardi transforms a courthouse defeat into a glamorous moment of power. But as she ducks into the car, the story doesn't end. It only grows more complicated. Inside the Rolls-Royce, the air smells of leather and expensive perfume. Cardi sits back against the seat, her lawyer beside her, face pale and sweating. He mutters about appeals, about next steps, about damages. But Cardi isn't listening. She's scrolling through her phone. On Twitter, her name dominates the top. 10 trends, videos of her courtroom calmness, her mysterious smile, and her defiant "watch me" already have millions of views. Edits are being posted with dramatic music, turning her into a meme, a hero, a villain depending on who's watching. But among the tweets and memes, a new rumor explodes. A gossip account with millions of followers posts, breaking sources claim Cardi B could lose more than just money, brand partnerships, and endorsements, already rethinking contracts. Fashion giant rumored to pull out of upcoming deal. The comments are instant, savage, and divided. "She's done. No one recovers from this. Don't underestimate Cardi. She built her empire from nothing. This is the end of the Cardi era." Cardi scrolls, her nails tapping against the glass. She doesn't cry. She doesn't panic. She simply tilts her head back, lets out a low laugh, and whispers again, "Watch me." Outside the Rolls-Royce window, the paparazzi keep running beside the car, their cameras pressed against the glass. Police cars escort the vehicle down the boulevard, sirens wailing faintly in the distance. The scene looks less like a celebrity leaving court and more like a queen escaping a battlefield. And then, as the convoy drives away, another shock hits. The gossip world. A video surfaces grainy, shaky, but explosive. It appears to show one of the plaintiffs celebrating in a nightclub just days before the verdict, laughing and pouring champagne while bragging, "We're about to cash out big time." The clip spreads like wildfire across Instagram and TikTok. Fans rage, critics double down, reporters scramble to confirm its authenticity. Could this change everything? Could it flip public opinion in Cardi's favor? In the Rolls-Royce, Cardi's lawyer gets the notification. He grabs her phone and shows her the video. His eyes light up for the first time all day. "This," he whispers, "changes everything." Cardi leans forward, diamonds glittering under the car's ambient lights. Her smile widens. The world thought the verdict was the end. But now, with one viral video, the battle for her legacy is only heating up. When the internet turns, Rolls-Royce glides down the boulevard, its engine humming like a secret. Inside, the air is thick with tension. Cardi B stares at the screen in her hand, the viral nightclub video replaying again and again. Grainy, shaky, but clear enough to set the internet ablaze. One of the plaintiffs, laughing, champagne in hand, shouting over the music, "We're about to cash out big time." It takes only minutes for the clip to spread across every corner of social media. Twitter threads unravel with theories. TikTok creators stitch the video with dramatic captions. So was this about justice or money? On Instagram, fan pages flood the comments with fire emojis, hearts, and the phrase that has become Cardi's mantra, "Watch me." But not everyone is cheering. Critics argue the video doesn't erase the jury's decision. Liability is liability. One viral tweet reads, "This doesn't change the facts. Still, the damage is done." Public opinion, fragile as glass, begins to crack and shift. Cardi scrolls through her feed with sharp eyes, her nails clicking against the screen. Every scroll brings a new storm, memes, headlines, hashtags, fan wars. She reads them all, absorbing the chaos like fuel. Her lawyer leans forward, his voice hushed but urgent. "This video could help us. If we appeal, if we question the credibility, this isn't over." Cardi, she doesn't look up. She just smirks, her reflection glittering in the tinted glass of the window. It was never over. Meanwhile, the outside world spins faster than ever. Television networks cut into prime time with special reports. Headlines flash. Nightclub scandal throws Cardi B trial into turmoil. $24 million verdict question as viral video surfaces. Justice or jackpot? Internet divided over Cardi B case. In the world of celebrity, perception is everything, and perception is slipping from the plaintiff's hands like sand. By nightfall, the story takes another turn. A major fashion house, rumored to be finalizing a multi-million-dollar campaign, with Cardi, releases a cryptic statement: "We remain committed to fairness, creativity, and authenticity." No final decisions have been made at this time. The internet erupts. Was this a hint they might still stand with Cardi, or was it a soft goodbye? Influencers dissect the words like detectives. Screenshots of the statement bounce across Instagram stories with the caption, "She still got it." Then, as if fate itself wants to stir the pot, celebrities begin weighing in on Twitter. A Grammy-winning singer posts, "Cardi always keeps it real. Don't let them take her crown." The tweet racks up 500,000 likes in an hour. Meanwhile, a famous actor writes on Instagram, "Accountability matters. Fame doesn't make you above the law." His comment section explodes with arguments. Fans battling it out like gladiators in a digital arena. Even other rappers, some rivals, some allies, join the fray. One drops a cryptic Instagram story, a chessboard with the caption, "Play carefully, Queen." Another uploads a laughing emoji, no context given, sparking rumors of secret feuds reigniting. The gossip blogs feast. Headlines scream about alliances, betrayals, and secret group chats among the listers. Paparazzi swarm every celebrity hotspot, hoping to catch someone slipping with an offhand comment. Through it all, Cardi remains silent. No tweets, no statements, just that same video looping in the background. Her smirk frozen in the glow of her phone. Silence, in a world addicted to noise, becomes its own kind of power. But silence cannot last forever. As midnight falls, Cardi B makes a move. From her penthouse suite in Beverly Hills, she posts a single photo to Instagram. The picture is pure drama. She's sitting on a throne-like chair, draped in a crimson gown that spills across the marble floor like blood. Diamonds glitter at her throat. Her hand rests on a gold goblet. Her expression, calm, regal, untouchable. The caption is only to words, still here. Within minutes, the post racks up millions of likes. Comments flood in from fans, celebrities, even brands. Screenshots of the photo flood Twitter and TikTok. The hashtag still here rockets to the top of the charts worldwide. Reporters scramble to interpret the message. Is it defiance? Is it a declaration of war? Or is it simply Cardi B reminding the world that no verdict, not even $24 million, can silence her throne? But as her post goes viral, whispers grow louder behind the scenes. Leaked emails hint that more footage from that nightclub might exist, footage that could completely unravel the plaintiff's credibility. Journalists begin digging. Private investigators start sniffing around, and suddenly, the plaintiff's victory looks fragile, like glass under pressure. In her penthouse, Cardi takes a sip from her goblet, the city lights glittering beyond the windows. She doesn't just look like a star, she looks like a queen in the middle of a war. The verdict may have been read, the damages may hang over her head, but tonight, Cardi B holds the world's attention in the palm of her jeweled hand. And tomorrow could bring a twist no one expects. Crowns and crossfire as morning breaks over Los Angeles with a haze of gold sunlight. But the city is already buzzing. News anchors sip coffee on live television, repeating the same words over and over. The Cardi B trial is no longer just a case, it's a spectacle. The viral nightclub video dominates every headline. Talk shows dissect it frame by frame. Like detectives studying evidence, commentators lean across shiny studio desks, their voices dripping with both sympathy and scandal. Did the plaintiff celebrate too soon? One asks dramatically, or are Cardi's fans twisting the narrative? Another replies, eyebrows raised. Either way, the verdict's clean lines are already blurring. What was once a $24 million liability is now a battlefield of credibility, perception, and power. The fashion fallout be new. The luxury fashion house at the center of rumors finally makes its decision. In a glossy press release sent to every major outlet, they confirm it. Cardi B remains our partner. Creativity, resilience, and authenticity define our values, and we stand by her. The internet explodes. Fan accounts erupt with joy, posting edits of Cardi strutting in couture gowns. Headlines declare, fashion world still believes in Cardi, but the decision sparks fury, too. Critics accuse the brand of ignoring the seriousness of the case. On Twitter, one viral thread reads, they chose money over morality. Boycotts are threatened. Rivals in the fashion industry post shady Instagram captions about values over profit. Yet, for Cardi, it's a victory. One deal secured means others may follow. One crown still glittering on her head means her empire hasn't cracked, at least not completely. Celebrity crossfire, but as the fashion world rallies, the celebrity world erupts into chaos. A pop superstar posts on Instagram, love her music, but accountability matters. The post racks up millions of likes. Hours later, Cardi's close friend and fellow rapper claps back with a tweet. Funny how some people talk about accountability when their closets are full of skeletons. The feud becomes instant tabloid gold. Gossip blogs splash side-by-side photos of the two artists, declaring it a new war in Hollywood. Paparazzi stake out restaurants and studios, hoping to catch anyone from either camp. Meanwhile, a rival rapper, one with a long, complicated history with Cardi, seizes the moment. She uploads a TikTok dancing to one of her own songs. The caption, when you stay drama-free and focused, the shade is unmistakable. Fans go to war in the comments, dragging old beefs into the spotlight. Threads resurface about feuds, betrayals, secret messages, and lyrics. Suddenly, the trial is no longer just about money, it's about celebrity alliances, rivalries, and survival. And through it all, Cardi stays silent. No tweets, no clapbacks, just silence. The leaked footage then, just as the frenzy seems ready to cool, another explosion hits. A gossip site releases new nightclub footage. This time, it's longer, clearer, and far more damning. The plaintiffs are seen laughing, one even toasting with champagne, saying, Cardi's about to pay for our new houses. The internet gasps. Hashtags shift in real time, from hashtag CARDI trial, the hashtag scam for millions. On talk shows, legal experts weigh in. This doesn't erase the liability. One says cautiously, but it could raise questions on appeal. Another chimes in, this is bigger than law. This is public trust, and right now, the plaintiffs are losing it. Fans swarm comment sections, furious. Critics scramble to defend. The plaintiffs release a brief statement through their lawyer. The video is taken out of context, but by now, context hardly matters. In the court of public opinion, they're on trial too. Cardi's next move inside her Beverly Hills penthouse. Cardi watches it all unfold on a massive flat-screen TV. Her children play quietly in the background, their laughter a soft contrast to the storm raging outside. Her lawyer sits across from her, paper spread across the glass table. We have a chance, he says firmly. This footage changes everything. We file for appeal. We bring this back. But Cardi isn't listening. The legal strategy alone. She's plotting her next stage. Her eyes shine with something beyond anger, beyond fear. It's the look of someone preparing for a performance the world will never forget. Her stylist enters with racks of gowns. We've got calls from late-night shows, from award galas. They want you front row, center stage. Everyone wants to see you. Cardi rises slowly, her crimson robe flowing around her like silk fire. She walks to the window, gazing out at the glittering city skyline. Paparazzi cameras flash from the street below, even from helicopters circling above. Finally, she speaks, her voice low but firm. They want to see me? Then I'll give them something they'll never forget. Her team exchanges looks. Is she planning a red carpet appearance, a tell-all interview, a surprise performance? Whatever it is, one thing is certain. Cardi B is about to step back into the spotlight, not as a defendant, but as a queen reclaiming her throne. The world waits, breathless, for her next move. The queen's staggered night of the awards gala arrives, and Los Angeles glitters like a jewel box. Red carpets unfurl under towering palm trees, spotlights slice through the sky, their beams crossing like swords. Paparazzi pack the barricades, their cameras raised, the air alive with the electric hum of expectation. For days, rumors have swirled. Would Cardi B show up? After the verdict, after the leaked nightclub videos, after the storm of celebrity feuds, would she dare step onto the most glamorous stage in Hollywood? The question dies the moment a black Rolls-Royce Phantom rolls to a stop. The door opens, and out steps Cardi B. The crowd gasps as if they're seeing royalty descend from the heavens. She is a vision in liquid gold, a gown that clings and shimmers with every step, its train trailing behind her like a river of fire. Diamonds drip from her ears, her neck, her wrists, so many that the flashbulbs seem to bend toward her like worship. Her hair cascades in waves, her makeup flawless, her expression untouchable. The photographers scream her name, their voices colliding like thunder. Reporters shove microphones forward, desperate for her first words. Fans cry and wave from the barricades, some collapsing in sobs just to catch a glimpse. Cardi pauses at the top of the carpet. She raises her chin, eyes sweeping over the chaos. For a long, breathless second, she says nothing. And then, with the faintest smile, she lifts one manicured hand and waves slow, deliberate, regal. The world loses its mind. The media frenzy inside the gala. The tension doesn't fade, it multiplies. Every camera is trained on her. Celebrities shift uncomfortably in their seats. Some rush to greet her with hugs, eager to be seen in her orbit. Others keep their distance, afraid of the heat she carries with her dot when she walks into the hall. Conversations stop, the chatter of the elite, the laughter, the deals. The whispered gossip all falls silent. The click of her heels on the marble floor is the only sound, echoing like a drumbeat. She takes her seat in the front row. Every lens finds her, every phone angles toward her. She doesn't flinch, she soaks it in. On Twitter, hashtags explode in real time. Hashtag CARDI returns, hashtag Golden Queen, hashtag Still Here. Fans flood timelines with edits of her entrance, splicing the golden gown with clips of her saying "Watch me." The twist halfway through the gala. The host announces a surprise performance. The lights dim, the music cuts, and the crowd murmurs. With confusion, then CARDIB rises. The spotlight falls on her as she walks toward the stage, her gown glittering like molten sun. The audience gasps, half in awe, half in shock. No one expected her to perform, not after the trial, not after the verdict, not after the chaos. But Cardi doesn't just perform, she commands. The beat drops as she launches into one of her biggest hits, her voice slicing through the air with power and defiance. Dancers explode onto the stage in red and gold costumes, the choreography sharp, fiery, electric. The crowd is on its feet within seconds, clapping, screaming, singing every word. And then, at the climax of the song, the music cuts. Cardi stands center stage, breathing hard, diamonds sparkling under the lights. She lifts the mic to her lips. This trial, this storm, y'all thought it would break me. Her voice rings through the hall, raw and fierce, but I'm still standing, still shining, still here, and I'm not going anywhere. The crowd erupts. Celebrities leap from their seats. Fans cry. The audience is a storm of cheers and applause outside. Reporters rush to file breaking stories. On social media, clips of her speech rack up millions of views within minutes. Hashtag Still Here trends worldwide again, stronger than before. The legacy be the time the gala ends. Cardi has done the impossible. She has transformed a trial that could have destroyed her into a stage that amplified her. The leaked footage continues to swirl, the appeals loom, and the $24 million still hangs in the balance. But in the court of public opinion, the one that crowns legends, Cardi B has already won. Fashion houses doubled down on their partnerships, eager to bask in her fire. Streaming platforms report record spikes in her music. Talk shows fight for exclusive interviews, and fans treat her not as a fallen star, but as a survivor. A queen who stared down chaos and turned it into a spectacle. Back in her penthouse that night, Cardi removes her gown, laying it carefully across a velvet chair. She pours herself a glass of champagne, the city's lights glittering beneath her balcony. She scrolls through her phone, watching the storm she created, hashtags, memes, love, hate, all swirling in her orbit. And then, with a soft laugh, she whispers again the words that have carried her through the storm. Watch me. The story of the trial is far from over. Appeals, scandals, rivalries, they will continue. But one truth is now etched into the fabric of celebrity history. Cardi B does not just survive scandals. She turns them into stages, the end.